Hello friends and welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be answering all your questions again because this is the second episode of the Q&A series. And now I'm going to be answering all your questions again. And this time it's less there are less questions. All right, I'm going to go overview it today. All right. The original Wiggles again. Who is your favorite Wiggle? Greg, Mari, Jeff, or Anthony? My favorite Wiggle at all time is Greg, which is Greg is part of my childhood, and because he leads a singer and he likes to perform magic tricks and he drives a big red car, and he plays different instruments in whatever song he does. And I never had listened to his solo, but one song was Everybody, like that. Hopefully that answers your question. Next question, Skylark24. What's your favorite kiddie ride? My favorite kiddie ride, for my personal, it would be the Big Red Car kiddie ride and the Wiggles kiddie ride, which is they basically in the Big Red Car ride, they'll basically select songs like what you have to choose one song per ride. And for the carousel, you can basically see one of the carousel that's three vehicles, the one with plane, the big red car, big red boat, and big red plane, and all the different murals in different versions. So yeah, I forgot about the Dorothy the Dinosaur Swing. It's kind of rare about this holding a blanket, the one to swing side to side, made by Trevor Spitz. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Now let's move on. Barney and the Wiggles channel. Can you do a Wiggles toy collection? If not, how many Wiggles toys do you have? Well, if I do a Wiggles toy collection, I'll basically tell you what will I basically need. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Oh, one more thing. I may have a different kinds of. So yeah, hope that answers your question. And all right, Diego HRTV 2000 backup 1. I'm getting it's I'm Diego. I'm getting the Wiggly Playtimes of the 4 VHS Canadian copy. Although that's not a question at all. But one question is there. Where'd you get the Kipper Imagine That 2001 VHS screen copy? Well, as for the last video, it was on eBay. Because I never owned the Kipper screening copy. And I have two Bob the Builder ones and one Kipper one. One day I might buy the one Wiggle screener copy. So yeah, hope that answers your question, Diego. And next comment. Movie and TV show person 1998, 1999. Did you know any Sue was the first female Wiggle in history? And do you have any US Wiggles DVDs? Well, for any who said she was the first female Wiggle in and started back in 2003, since I uploaded one of them. And then I have many different US Wiggles DVDs, which are there. Some like different distributions. I have recent ones and Circle, but I'm basically missing Apples and Bananas and Wiggle House. And I hope that answers your question. Okay, last question. Hi Lance, I have 3 questions. What is your favorite Big Red Car? And what Wiggle shows have you been to? And who is your favorite Wiggle? Well, one question I already answered, Alex. It's Greg. And what is my favorite Big Red? And you want like I would like to answer if what was my favorite Big Red car. My favorite Big Red car is a second version. The second is a second one, the one with the white windshield. I'll give you the detail about the second model of the Big Red car. The Big Red car first shown in the Wiggles movie, and then after the movie it was basically seen in a TV series in their TV series 1, and then years later during Wiggly Safari, the windshield got removed, and then the hood got painted, and then it ended up sending into the Queensland, and then it also ended up in Dreamworld, the one I wanted to go there because of the new hood, the one with the new font and the new and the one with the bumper and the yellow bumper, and eventually they took off the seatbelts in order not to ride on it. It's for their display only. By the way, one thing and by the way, the second model is my second favorite, and my most favorite number one is the third model. It basically is shown on two 1998 VHS, 1998, or both versions, and it was shown on the Wiggly Big Show. And of course, it's my favorite car. The one basically will buckle up your seatbelts and basically drives easily. The one with the Big Red car. And that's the third model. And what Wiggle shows I have been to? I've been on the 2002. I've been in the Gibson Amphitheater a lot. So I went to the 2002 tour, the one in the East Coast, in the first day in Gibson Amphitheater, and then I went to 2003 tour, and then I ended up going to the 2004 tour, which is one of my favorites, and the one with the the one with two balloons, and the show I went is with the jet balloon without the Murray balloon. And then I've been to the 2005 with all the balloons. And then I went to the Sailing Around the World tour back in 2006, and I have a videotape of this because it says Wiggles 2006. Because I might upload this on my YouTube channel. And I just want to make sure I just wanted to make sure stay tuned for this, for me to upload the Wiggle 2006 clips and 2006 clips, and I better make sure I've uploaded. I better be careful of the copyright songs. Anyways, I've been to used to go to 2007 to Racing to the Rainbow tour. I didn't want to go because of his illness, and then I ended up going to Pop Go the Wiggles. It's at Nokia Theater, they went to at once. And then I went to Go Bananas tour because I didn't know where I put the footage of the Go Bananas tour. And then I ended up going to the Wiggly Circus tour. And then I was originally going to the Big Birthday tour, but we could not afford it. You cannot afford it because we cannot go back to California for this. And then I ended up going to the Wiggly Celebration, the final shows with Greg Murray and Jiff. One of their last tours. Basically I upload some photos and some photos on my Facebook, and I'll basically upload some videos very, very soon. And I was originally going to go to Taking Off tour, but it didn't work. It didn't work out very well. And then they like in 2000 to from 2014 to 2018, they didn't go to the West Coast. They didn't go to the West Coast tour at all. But later in 2018, I went to that tour, and then I might upload some videos on the Wiggles clips on the Wiggles the one my experience of the Wiggles concert. And it's called Wiggle 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 Tour. And then and then in 2015 later, I was 2015 3 years ago, I basically wanted to go to Rock and Roll Preschool Tour, but could not afford it to buy the plane about the Ohio. So yeah, hope that answers your question, Alex. And then right now, Wiggles are showing they're showing Wiggle Pop. They're showing Wiggle Pop right now as their concert tour, and then basically and then never mind. I hope that answers the question, and comment down below. That's all the questions I have. So comment down below, and I'll answer it in the next episode. See you later.